Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to set up my bullet journal for October. As October is a month dedicated to Halloween and spooky stuff, I always wanted to try something that is spooky but have a touch of aesthetically pleasing pastel palette. So my theme is kind of a mixture of both goth and pastel. For the theme, I chose to draw a cat with skulls and mushrooms to give it a spooky touch. The medium I will be using is watercolors and some paint markers and brush pens. Most people don't really use watercolors on their bullet journal, but watercolors is something that I enjoy doing every day. My first steps in watercolor were far from perfect. I used to be very self conscious about my artwork and I was reticent to show people the result of my paintings. I would spend forever remaking a piece of art. Even today, I sometimes have to start over a few times before I'm happy with my results. But the joy of painting in watercolors keep me coming back again and again. Anyways, back to the cover page. After coloring the drawing that consists of several mushrooms for liking of someone with mycophobia, I'm using a fine liner to outline it, and I am using my Flair black brush pen for bolder strokes in between. I like to add a few lines and dots in my artwork to make them a little more clustered. I don't know if that makes sense, but the crowded artworks make your efforts stand out. At least that's how it works with me. I can't say the same for anyone else. Now I'm using some of my washi tapes that I got recently from Amazon. It was a pack of 100 washi tapes with stickers and other stuff. And if I say I'm loving the package deal with these washi tapes, that will be an understatement. After adding some washi tapes and then stickers, I'm going to write a header, but the header will be at the bottom of the page. Does that make it a bottomer or something? So for the header, the bottomer, I'm using my Flair highlighters to write October. Also, I'm using my fine liner to outline the bottomer. As I have already said, I love crowded art pieces. I am adding some strokes around October. I totally love how this cover page has turned out to be. Now let's move on to the monthly log, which is like an overview of the entire month of the October, where I write down the important events and appointments. So basically for my monthly log, I have the calendar and a small notes section beside it. For the header, I used washi tapes as a background and I drew some small mushrooms for the days of the week. I will be using my stamps from Amazon to write down the days of the week in between the small mushrooms. I will be linking down all the stationery that I would be using in this video in the description box below. This spread has turned out to be more pleasing than it was in my mind and I am absolutely in love with it. Moving on to the next spread, this spread is going to be my mood and habit tracker. For the drawing illustration, I kinda drew similar cat and skulls. This time I drew a lot of skulls instead of mushrooms and paint them with various pastel shades. The layout for my mood tracker is kind of very different. Instead of drawing a circle, I drew lines that resemble vertical bricks. And I think they will look amazing once they are filled with different colors. Just like my monthly log, I will be using washi tapes to make a background for my headers of both mood tracker and habit tracker. I am using a different washi tape for my habit tracker. In my habit tracker, I dedicated this page to the mushrooms. As my mood tracker is dominated by skills, this one is for mushrooms. I'm kinda not a person with various habits to track, so I drew only 3 big mushrooms, and I drew some small mushrooms and botanicals at the bottom of the spread. And to make this spread all complete, I am pasting some stickers as well. And ta-da! The spread is ready. Moving on to my last spread is going to be my weekly spread. I like to keep my weekly spreads very tidy, neat and spacious so I can write as many things as possible. This spread contains 7 boxes for the 7 days in the week, and I will be using boxes to write down daily tasks or important events that are happening on that day. So I drew 7 boxes with the washi tapes as their headers for the first letter of each day. Like F is for Friday and T is for Thursday and so on. And I drew a small cat at the top and some cute tiny mushrooms and skulls at the bottom of each box. I'm using my pen craver to tidy up the washi tapes, though I'm really bad at using it. I always end up being frustrated and tear up the pages. And yes, the show stealer is here. My cat always need to come and take the credits of the video. Anyways, I am using stamps to write first letter of each day, and to wrap the spread up, I am pasting a few stickers here and there. That's it for the weekly spread. Now is the time for a quick flip through of the setup. And there you have it, an aesthetic mushroom themed October bullet journal that will transport you to whimsical realm over time you open it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more bullet journal setups. Happy journaling, and until next time, embrace the beauty of mushrooms.